To MOCA's and all the bells and bows. Where the love runs deep, the fam stays strong, and the bells, they always ring for us. We the bells and we hold it down, yeah. Real ones only, we don't mess around. All love, no cap, no clout to chase. Just truth in the chat and respecting the space. It's family, MOCA got that heart of gold. From the south to the stream, we brave and bold. You ain't gotta pick sides or play a role. Just show a real and you already home. Pull up to the bells and bows like a Sunday seed. Got peace in the room and the vibe on beat. No drama, no mess, just minds that meet. Introduce yourself in the chat and the mods gon' greet. Real talk, we got brothers and sisters here. Ain't no fake love, every heart sincere. We've been through storms, but the skies stay clear. Loyalty live, that's the chant you hear. Woo! No chaos in the comment section. Just bells with a bond and a bold connection. Safe space, strong face, deep reflection. MOCA, don't fold, that's pure protection. If you ever felt unheard, misunderstood, pull up in the chat, we treat you good. Ain't gotta be loud, just gotta be true. MOCA got the light and we shine with you. Not a panel of pain, it's a platform of pride. Everybody got space and we don't divide. You loyal, you love, that's how we ride. Got a bell and a bow in the name, but a tribe world. From the mods to the lurkers and folks on rewatch. Every tap, every like, we feel it alive. MOCA ain't just a name, it's a vibe you caught. No la bell, no la boast, that's a family, not a thought. Bring it loud, we the bells and we hold it down. Yeah, we do. Real ones only, we don't mess around. Real talk, all love, no cap, no clout to chase. Just truth in the chat and respecting the space. It's family, MOCA got that heart of gold. From the south to the stream, we brave and bold. You ain't gotta pick sides or play a role. To show a real and you already home. MOCA said that to every bell in this space. Whether you typing, watching, or just vibing, you are this family. And over here, we don't fold, we ring. Ooh, welcome.
Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday, guys. Happy Sunday and welcome. Welcome to the chat. Hope you all had an awesome day. Hope you all are blessed. Hope everyone is well. It is my wish that every family is thriving, is doing well, and is healthy. So happy to see each and every one of you here this evening. Always a blessing when I hit that go live button to see you all sitting right here on this porch. Welcome, guys. Happy Sunday, happy Sunday, happy Sunday. Come on in here, come on in here. I see you all. I know y'all saw the title. Y'all saw the thumbnail. We just have questions tonight. We have questions tonight. Normal questions. Everyday people questions. Human questions. Could have been me or you type of questions. Could this have been avoided? Did the family really know Joe McCann? That thumbnail says it all. There were signs, y'all. There were signs. Red flags were ignored. But the question is, where was her support system? Where was Ashlee Janae's support system, 31 years old? Or during the time when she got involved with them, she was in her late 20s. Where was this young lady's support system, if there was one? Tonight ain't one of those lives where we're reacting to everything that happened. No, not really. But we're going to get there. I just want to go backwards a little bit. Because the more we look at this, the more we have to ask ourselves, why does this feel like the outcome of this did not just happen in that one night? And a lot of people may get very, very uncomfortable with what I'm going to say. Because sometimes it ain't that there were no signs. Sometimes it's not like there were no signs. It's that the signs just wasn't taken seriously. But that's where we at tonight. The signs that some may have seen and didn't pay attention to. Because tonight we're going to ask these questions. Questions like, what was already happening before all of this? Because some things had to have taken place way before the trip to Tanzania. And they were brushed off and ignored. We're going to also ask, who saw something and didn't say nothing? We're going to ask that. And it doesn't matter who toes get stepped on, get crunched up. Because somebody saw something. Somebody ignored something. And then the major question that MOCA has tonight is, how often does this happen right in front of people? And they turn their noses up and cover their eyes. It ain't my business. But if you love your people, sometimes, y'all, we have to make it our business. And that's the part right there that truly don't sit right with me. I see y'all coming in the chat. I see y'all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. For those that's just coming in, happy Sunday, my loves. If you have not yet already hit that like button, please make sure you hit the like button for your girl. Share the live out to a friend or two. That way we keep stories like this moving. We're going to keep this porch growing. We're going to keep our family contained right here on this porch. Double tap the emojis to the right for your girl. Let YouTube know that this evening we're not on the porch. Y'all saw the community wall. We're in the backyard tonight. We're having a family powwow. Honey, we got a grill going. We have our boiling pots going. Crawfish, shrimp, crabs, and we even have a liquor boy in the backyard. Because this is personal. This is family heart-to-heart conversations going on in here tonight. Because just like her family is sitting over there in the position that they're in, it could have been you. It could have been me. It could have been any one of us. So now it's all about awareness. It's all about making sure we protect ours at whatever cost. See something, say something. I wouldn't give a damn if our eyelash was out of place and it was giving bad vibes. Baby, he ain't right for you. Look at his eyelashes. We gotta be proactive. And let me just throw this out there. Everything that's discussed on this channel tonight and every other night is commentary. We're reacting to what's already out there. We're covered under the fair use. So whatever we say, these are our thoughts. These are our feelings. These are our emotions. So gather on up in here, y'all, and let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation. I see my girl Marty is here. Hey, baby, happy Sunday to you. My beautiful sister, Dr. J, as always, sis, thank you so much for everything. And happy Sunday to you and yours. Spicy, I see you, my love. Happy Sunday, Yolanda. Happy Sunday. My girl D is up in here. Happy Sunday to you as well. PJ, my sister, I see you, my love. Happy Sunday, Simone. Happy Sunday, love. My sister, April Webster. Welcome, sis. Welcome. Happy Sunday. I hope all is well. My niece is up in here. Star, I see you, baby. Happy Sunday, baby. Happy Sunday. Katrina, welcome, my love. Rise and shine and give God the glory and MOCA the lights. Amen. Amen and amen again. We appreciate you, Katrina. Essie, my love, I see you, baby. Happy Sunday to you. I pray all is well. All is well. Nor talk. Happy Sunday, my love. Happy Sunday, baby. I see y'all in Ariane. Welcome, my love. Bed-Stuy. Grace and peace, love and light. Welcome, my love. Happy Sunday to you as well. And that's one thing about us over here. We might talk a little, but we love on our people and we make everybody feel like somebody on this porch. Trina Ellis, I see you, my love. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Arlene, welcome, my love. Happy Sunday to you. Shell, baby. Happy Sunday, my love. Welcome, welcome. No nonsense. I see you, boo. Happy Sunday. Arlene has a question. Arlene says, I would like to know, did Ashlee ever read the messages that was on Instagram saying that he was going to unalive her? That's a good question, Arlene. I wonder, did she read them as well? I wonder, did she read them as well? Because she had several messages. Several messages insinuating the same thing. So we're not in a position to say she read them or she didn't read them. We don't know. But had she read them, I wonder how she would have perceived them, how she would have accepted them, how would she have responded to that? Because remember, she was chasing the soft girl line. Huh. Is it possible? Is it possible that he wooed her? Did he woo her in by allowing room for that soft girl life just to bait her in? Hey, Leopard, welcome, my love. Happy Sunday to you, baby. It's a question. I wonder how she would have dealt with that. Erica Red, I see you, baby. Happy Sunday, my love. Happy Sunday to each and every one of you. And again, as I've always said, it's a blessing to open up. Ariane said she did because she replied to it. What you mean? See, I must have missed that one, Ariane, because I did see the question. I saw the question. I just never seen a response to it. Simone said that's exactly why she was held against her will. He knew he couldn't let her escape. Baby, we're going to get into it. But let's talk about before Ashlee, y'all. Let's talk about before Ashlee. Because before all of this, the blue-eyed devil was already moving the way he moved. You know, you hear people say, well, he just a man. That was his past. His past relationship has absolutely nothing to do with Ashlee. But let me tell y'all something. Rather agreed or disagreed, one thing I'm sure we all could be on the same page with is that the past don't just disappear. All that bitch does is come back and reintroduces herself later. At least in the world that I grew up to know. Sometimes, very rarely, does the past stay hidden. That bitch will come back and bite you in the back, and you don't even know you bit. And what we're hearing when it comes to Joe McCann, there was a wife, there was a family, there was a relationship, a whole goddamn marriage that had already played itself out. We know now that relationship wasn't smooth. According to the wife and things that she said, there was verbal and emotional strain on that relationship. A lot of tension, arguing. And then the ex-wife even had concerns about his shady business dealings that just didn't sit right with her. And at some point, that marriage dissolved. She filed for divorce. She walked the fuck away. But she didn't walk away empty-handed. No, she did not. I'm not here to say what that means. Portia, my love, I see you, baby. We're in the backyard, boo. Happy Sunday. When somebody who actually lived with you, shared space with you, shared a life with you, had children with you, comes out and speak on what they experienced with you, I don't give a goddamn who you are. Some things are not to be ignored. They may say some things that may feel like it's out of hurt, out of jealousy, out of spite. But every goddamn thing they say cannot be false. There gotta be some truths in some of that. I am covered. Welcome, my love. Happy Sunday to you. You can't ignore that. And that's where I hurt for young Ashlee. Because shit like that, you just don't brush it off like it don't matter. And I know just like we eventually heard all of this from the wife, the ex-wife, she heard it too. Because that wasn't a stranger talking. That was somebody who laid up with Joe McCann. That was somebody who dealt with that devil and knows more about him than any of us could ever. When Joe McCann walked away from that woman, 8 months pregnant, and dealing with her own issues with her mother, her ailing mother, that right there told the story. My girl Yolanda said, Ashlee responded and basically said that people were jealous and hating. Hmm. Hmm. Could that be the typical response of a 28, 29-year-old who wasn't raised right? Could that be the typical response of a 28, 29-year-old who was never taught anything? Could that be the typical response of somebody whose mother never taught her what to look for in a man, what to allow and not allow in a relationship? Could that be the response of a young girl looking for fame? She had her own. She had her own. And just looking for somebody that was on her level. Because he lied about everything. We are aware of that. And she ignored it. She ignored the red flags. Hey, Travis, welcome, my love. Happy Sunday to you. Ignoring the red flags. Yolanda said, she said something like, I don't get murked, I get screwed. Something like that is out there. It could be looked up. She did respond, though. Thank you, Yolanda, and I will go get it. I will go get it. Just that response right there tells me she was chasing all the wrong things. She was chasing all of the wrong things. And it's unfortunate. And in MOCA's opinion, if she really had a relationship with her parents and they saw how she was moving, they could have reeled her back in with what she saw, what they saw, the red flags. But it makes you wonder, was that not a priority? Were they looking at something bigger than their child's safety and her happiness? Were they in a position of being soul dreams as well? Were they soul dreams as well? And they fell for the okie doke and ignored the fact a child's out here pretending. I'm not here to tell nobody what went on behind closed doors with Ashlee and this blue-eyed devil. But something tells me he's done some shit before. John, welcome, my love. Happy Sunday to you, baby. When the ex-wife said what she said, you have to ask yourself, well, no, I don't even need to ask myself anymore. Because when she could say something like, I don't get murked, I get screwed. That lets me know I don't give a damn what the ex-wife said. I'm ignoring it all together. And that's what she did. Kenyatta Marie, happy Sunday, my love. Hope all is well, sis. Even the blue-eyed devil. Before the blue-eyed devil chose to move forward in a relationship with Ashlee, he should have set his ass down. But instead, he walked into this shit with young Ashlee. Fresh. Ashlee hadn't experienced life. Still green behind the ears. Business sense. Oh, yeah. She made it do what it did for her. But in real life, something was truly missing. And that's something, in my opinion, that was truly missing, was that education that she deserved as a young woman from her mother. So could that be part of that mother's guilt? Because at this point, you have to ask yourself, what did people know and what they saw? And the bigger question is, what the hell are they not saying in this moment? Because there were signs. There were signs. Don't move just yet, chat. Don't move just yet. Just let me ask y'all this. Let me ask y'all this. Since this is the conversation we're having, we're all adults. We've all gone through some things in life, whether it was good, bad, right, wrong, or indifferent. Some of us learned. Some of us mastered the damn game. Some just refused to learn. But do you think a person's past relationship matters when you're deciding who you want to build with? Alex, welcome, my love. Happy Sunday to you. I'm talking about real experiences from someone who lived it. If you think it matters, if you think a person's past relationship prior to you matters when you're deciding to build with them, if you think that matters, drop a red flag in the chat. Give me a flag in the chat. Because I believe it matters. I do believe it matters. My sister Uncovered says, like I said, talk to the wife and you will know what type of person you're dealing with. Absolutely. Absolutely. Again, like I said, that wife may be hurt. That wife may be angry. That ex-wife may be bitter, mad, whatever. But you can put your finger on it and bet your bottom dollar. I see the red flags, y'all. I see them. But you can bet your bottom dollar. No matter how angry, how mad, how upset that ex-wife is, there's some truth in the shit that she says. What makes you think he's going to be everything that you want, desire, and need? And he couldn't be shit to his own family. How the hell a man, a decent man, a man who supposedly have morals, walk away from a woman that already has a child and then pregnant with child? Who the fuck does that? So if you don't give a damn about your own, what makes you think he's going to have any type of feelings towards you? Because God damn it, the baby's his. He planted that seed. And you can walk away with no remorse. Something is wrong. Something is terribly wrong. But yet, being that young Ashlee wasn't raised the right way, and I'm saying it, she rather play stepmom. Could you imagine? Could you imagine the hard words she took from the blue-eyed devil playing stepmama? Hell, he didn't want to be a daddy to his own damn children. So imagine if something didn't look right, didn't go right, didn't move right in his damn eyes. Imagine the words that he told her. This is ridiculous. I am covered said one of her friends on Instagram wrote on her page that he was going to unalive her. I think that's what I saw. I saw that one. That's what I saw. Travis said something is off with that mother. I don't care what nobody says. Her friend too, Travis, absolutely. Absolutely, Travis. I'm not beating down on that mother. That's not what I'm doing. But what I will say is the way she moves and the way she moved prior to this tells a whole story. And I don't know if it's just me, right? I don't know if it's just me, but the way she's moving right now, y'all, the way she has been moving since this has hit the internet, you know, the way she's been moving since this became public. Just sitting there, nonverbal, ain't doing shit. And it ain't that they should be doing everything for us to know. No, I'm not saying that at all. But that tells a story. Because if you're not quick to move at a time like this, that meant you didn't move when it mattered. You didn't move when it mattered years ago. Y'all see where I'm going with that? If you didn't move the way you should be moving right now, that tells a whole story. You didn't do what you should have done as a mother a long time ago. Beautiful soul. Happy Sunday, my sis. Happy Sunday. And Travis, I'm with you with that friend. She ain't no damn better. She ain't no better. D says, yeah, I'm starting to believe mom and dad knew about this evil man. Absolutely. They can't make me believe. Can't make me believe. And mom made a comment that Joe or somebody, he spent Thanksgiving with them. What? But y'all could come sit out here and still say y'all don't know nothing about it. This is strange to me. Strange to me. I'm covered set. This has happened before. He just didn't get caught. He did something for him to be exposed. I'm covered. I agree with you wholeheartedly because let's talk about it. When you say he done something before, allegedly. And being that you brought that part up, what man, what person is going to be comfortable enough to unalive somebody, roll them up in a sheet or a blanket, take them to a hospital in their own personal van? You don't get the answers that you need there, so you're going to go where you really know you're going to get the right answers. Not only that, but the resort that you got shares and stocks in, they covering all this shit up. That ain't their first rodeo either. So it makes you wonder as a human. It makes you wonder as a person. How many times before did the blue-eyed devil do shit like this in Tanzania or any other foreign country that he has ties with and just didn't get the hell caught? Because remember, we cannot forget the ex-wife had a problem with his shady business dealings. There was a reason why he took her to Tanzania. Because once you step out of your past situation, blue-eyed devil, and then we step into Ashlee's situation, the whole environment changes. And I need y'all to see this as clear as I have. Ashlee wasn't on her home turf. Ashlee was not around her people. And then that also makes you question a lot of shit. Because prior to Joe McCann, Ashlee was surrounded by people. Who's to say? Who's to say that he had her to distance herself from the friends that she once had? This young girl wasn't in a space where she could just move freely and independently. That was the reason for taking her back to Zuri. But the one person that she was with, blue-eyed devil, knows every nook and cranny of Zuri, Zanzibar, because he owns part of it. The blue-eyed devil had connections. He's built that relationship over the years. He knew how everything worked over there. Ashlee was at a damn disadvantage. Some may just go right by that. Not me, I don't. Because when you look at it too as, here it is, he knows everything. And then poor Ashlee sitting in a foreign country relying on him for every goddamn thing. No, ain't shit was equal on that. Ain't a damn thing was 50-50 on that. That's not two people supposedly in love moving the same way. Ashlee, on the other hand, in love and trusting the blue-eyed devil. And he's sitting his ass there and he's navigating the whole damn story and waited until it played out the way he wanted it to play out. Trust ain't a bad thing, but God damn it, trust could become dangerous, especially when you don't have your own footing, your own identity, your own ability to move the fucking way you're supposed to move. Ashlee got set up. Ashlee walked into a lion's den blindly. And that takes me back to her parents. Because there's no way. And that has to be a reason why the parents couldn't convince her not to go. Ashlee's used to traveling abroad. Not with Joe McCann, though. She was used to going on ventures on her own. But this time she goes where Joe McCann wants to go. I understand hearing people say, when they're grown, your parents can't tell you nothing. That's not the truth. Even at my good ripe age, if my parents say something to me, I'm going to consider what they said. So for them not to be able to guide this young lady, steer this young lady on the right path of life. Sorry, not sorry. But her relationship with her family has been shitty for a long time. I mean, you have to call it for what it is. It's been shitty for a long time. Rewrap, welcome to the chat, my love. The true nature of a man lies in Zanzibar, in the wild, All you need to do is watch the animals to know their behavior. Clock it. Huh, I could agree with that. Why? Why would he take her there? Why would he take her there? I just wished, I just wished that mother, and I'm going to go back to the mother. I wished that mother had taken just a little more time mothering. Because something tells me, no matter how bad this young lady's relationship were with black men, she idolized what her mother had. She hasn't or hadn't had the opportunity to really live life. Could it possibly be? Could it possibly be it was planted in her to chase that blue-eyed devil? And that was going to give her the soft life. And I'm going to say, Miss Ma'am, if that's what you told her, if that's what you instilled in her to chase that blue-eyed devil for the soft life, look at where we are today, ma'am. No life. Absolutely, we were outnumbered. Outnumbered. Huh? The true nature, I gotta go back to that post. The true nature of a man lies in Zanzibar in the wild. All you need to do is watch the animals to know their behavior. That speaks volumes. That speaks volumes, and it's heartbreaking. Have y'all ever been someplace where you had to depend on somebody else for everything? I'm talking transportation, communication, knowing what's going on, and at some point you realize you ain't in control like you thought you were. See, because Ashlee herself said she was mouthy. Ashlee herself said she was a go-getter. Ashlee herself said she talked that talk and walked that walk. And I was proud of her for standing in her shit and being independent and holding hers when she said that. Because every young woman need to have that in them. But then she got there in Zanzibar. She had to depend on the blue-eyed devil for everything. I mean transportation. She had to depend on him for communication. What? She didn't know what was going on over there. She didn't speak Swahili. She couldn't communicate with those people. All the fuck she knew was him. All she knew was him. He had to order her food unless they had fucking pictures on the menu. He had to hold conversations with people for her. Ashlee didn't speak Swahili. She had to depend on him for everything. How would that make you all feel? How does this make you all feel to know that you're someplace and you're not really in control like you thought you were? If you've ever been in a situation where you felt that you were never in control, how did it make you feel? And if you believe that Ashlee was in a situation where she had no control, Drop some eyes in the chat. Because I personally feel that poor Ashlee had to depend on the blue-eyed devil for everything. Everything. Katrina says he couldn't sit down. He owed money to the people on the dark web or Tanzania. So he had to do what he did to get paid. This is hard. This is hard. This is hard. A young woman knowing nothing about life. All she wanted was a good time. Haven't been taught nothing. Soft girl life. Party, party, party. Which is the direction for most 31-year-olds. You done danced with the devil. You done laid with the devil. And you're still laying down. Katrina said, better check the Yelp reviews. Because these women wasn't leaving just to be leaving. Katrina. It is my belief that the blue-eyed devil had already mapped this out. The blue-eyed devil had already mapped this out. Let me tell you something. She had it in her mind that she was going to make memories. It was in her mind. I'm going to celebrate my birthday. 31 years on this earth. I'm going to celebrate it, baby. That was all she knew. Ain't no damn engagement was a part of that. But the mama knew about the engagement. Y'all, imagine that. The mama knew about the engagement. That's what fucks me up. Because that only means this lady has been having conversations with the blue-eyed devil. Lots of conversations with the blue-eyed devil. So it wasn't very strange to her when he made that phone call and said she did something to herself, but she'll be okay. It wasn't strange to her when he didn't call her back to reiterate. It wasn't strange to her when he didn't give updates. Because in her mind, oh, he would call back. I'm used to talking to him. He haven't failed us before. Yolanda says, MOCA, I put in 4 hours PTO. If it's approved, I'm going to go to the wake. I'll let y'all know. We need boots on the ground on this one. I heard it will be open to the public. Yolanda. Girl, I wish I was closer. I would have joined you. Be safe. Take God with you, because we don't know what, ain't nobody gonna know we don't know what's gonna happen there. Because emotions is all over the place. We don't know who is who. Be safe. We're gonna keep you in prayer. And we're gonna wait upon your return, sis. Sunshine, welcome, sister. Happy Sunday to you, boo. Reweb says, soon as she left the country. Sad part is he knew allegedly that's what that baby girl wanted. Absolutely. Abso-goddamn-lutely. She would have been safer with her girls. She would have been. She would have been. She would have been safer going alone. But she was in love, y'all. And that's what bothers me the most. That's what bothers me the most, is because where was her support system? Where was her support system? That's my question. Could this have been avoided? Could this have been avoided? You're holding conversations, baby, with the blue-eyed devil. I'm speaking of Mommy Dearest. You're holding conversations with the blue-eyed devil, baby. So could this have been avoided? That's what I want to know. Because no human, whether it's my child, your child, anybody's child, don't deserve to walk into the lion's den and be lion food. Katrina said, I still don't understand. Why would you want your child to be with a man that doesn't like Christ? Jesus, that part. You believe in what you believe in. But if you don't love Christ, so who are you loving? Katrina, shut your mouth and keep on talking, because that speaks volumes. It didn't spend time with this man. But hold up, Katrina. Let me shut up and backtrack. Because allegedly it was presented to me. Mom is a Eastern Star. Daddy's a Mason. That's what the chat said. So, Katrina, where's Christ in any of that? I'll wait. He's a skinhead. The blue-eyed devil is a skinhead. The blue-eyed devil is a mega lover. The blue-eyed devil, Antichrist. So you got the blue-eyed devil, right? Being an Antichrist. A skinhead. A MAGA lover. You got the mama, a Eastern Star. You got the daddy, a Mason. We don't know what blockhead is. We don't know. So do y'all think Ashlee had a chance? Do y'all think she had a chance? She was boxed the fuck in. Maybe that's why she went on to do what she do on her own. She didn't know whether she was coming or going. Ariane said, MOCA, all we could do is call on Jesus because all they ask is evil. Absolutely. Absolutely. Katrina says, and why would you have a funeral open to the public? You don't know these people. And if my child was taken from me in that manner, it would have been private. So they're looking for publicity. Hello? Katrina. I understand this family may want closure. I get that. I get that. But a lot of questions are truly being raised. The quickness of that funeral, for one. The timeline is all fucked up. Ashlee's body was returned home. Prior to her body returning home, it was said that the family was trying to get her home. And once they would have gotten her home, they would have gotten an independent autopsy. Once Ashlee got home, or once it was made aware to us that she was home, within 48 hours, there was a date stamped. May 5th would be her funeral. So the red flag for me, the question becomes, I could be wrong, somebody in the chat, please help me. How is it in 48 hours after that body done touched American soil, do you already have a funeral lined up if there was supposed to be an independent autopsy? So the question becomes, once again, I have to ask it. Whether it's good, bad, right, or wrong, I have to ask the question. Was there really an independent autopsy? Or did they just take the words of what was said in Tanzania? Because remind you, all they have to do is take the words from Tanzania, because Tanzania sent Ashlee back. But they didn't send toxicology reports. They did not send an official autopsy back with Ashlee. That's the problem that I have. So do you know, Miss Ma'am, sir, do you know for certain that your daughter was sent back with every organ that she left with? I'm almost leaning towards this, and I pray to the good Lord that I'm wrong about it. After they laid young Ashlee to rest on Tuesday, if it's not for social media, you won't hear a damn thing more. I'm almost certain that's how this is going to play out. This is heartbreaking. This Rev, thank you for becoming a member, my love. Welcome to MOCA and the NOLA Bells, baby. This is heartbreaking. Look at Black Goddess. Hey, sister, I know you're dealing with life. I love you too. Thank you for always supporting the channel. Take care of you and yours. You are in our prayers, sis. Hey, Cecilia, welcome, my love. Happy Sunday to you. Cecilia says this was a demonic ritual. If you're not of God, you can't see it. Absolutely, Cecilia. And Cecilia, this is heartbreaking. This is disturbing. Because people think we're being mean. This girl crazy. Yeah, this girl says me. I never left. No, thank you, girl. Now I know that's you. Listen, let me tell you what's so heartbreaking. Let me tell y'all what's so heartbreaking. We're all adults. We all have children. No matter how old your children get, you worry about them. You pray over them. You want what's best for them in every aspect of their lives. If something tragic happens to your child, happens to my child, there ain't a damn thing that anyone can say or do that's going to make me control my fucking emotions. Not once have we seen a tear. Not once have we seen anything that says, I genuinely don't know anything. I genuinely don't know anything. That's not the vibes I'm getting. The vibes are, I know something, but I don't know how much I could say. I know something, but I don't know how far to go with it. I know something, but I don't know what's going to happen on the back end if I say it. Don't blame me for pointing that out. Blame yourselves for not loving on yours the way you should. Whew. This is sad. This is disturbing. This is heartbreaking. This young girl did not deserve this. My girl Yolanda is on it. Yolanda says, Jeremiah 17:9 says, the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately sick. Who can understand it? Hmm. 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 Yolanda, the world that we live in ain't the world that we once knew. And it's especially hard, it's especially disturbing for the younger generation. And that's why we, as the older generation, must stand in a gap, be advocates, train up, listen, train up a child in the way he should go. And when he gets older, when he leaves, he would not depart from it. But when you are not right, and when you're chasing all the wrong shit, how could you tell your child the right shit? And unfortunately, that's the situation young Ashlee fell into. Chasing blue and green eyed devils. Because that's what she was taught. That GoFundMe is still up and it's still rising. Unbelievable. Ariane said that's because they still got that GoFundMe for a reason. More money in cards at the funerals. But why? But why? 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 Because I don't see, listen, when that family didn't put themselves in a position to go to Tanzania, that was a wrap for me. That was a wrap for me. Because God damn it, if you didn't want to go to Tanzania, you should have sent a representative there. Because Tanzania looked at y'all and said, okay, your child is over here. Your child has been through the most. And if you can't bring your black ass here, plant your foot on the soil. Find out what's going on with yours. You want us to care more than the fuck you care. That's why Tanzania didn't mind sending her back with no autopsy report, no toxicology report, because now you done left Tanzania to believe that this young lady was in a world all by herself. She didn't have nobody to care for her, nobody to love her. God damn it, I don't care if you wouldn't have done nothing more. Even if you didn't want to go there and get answers, you could have bought all her possessions back, damn it. And you could have been the one to escort her body back. So all this other bullshit, I ain't trying to hear it. True blessings, welcome, my love, and happy Sunday, baby. This is ridiculous. And people out here say, give them grace. Grace for fucking what? Where was Ashlee's grace? Where was her dignity? Y'all robbed it from her. She just flew 8,000 miles across the world in a damn pine box by herself. And y'all sitting y'all ass there going to TMZ and this one and that one, twiddling your fucking thumbs. Nah, we gonna make it make sense. Then her body gets home. And in a few days, a funeral is already planned. So y'all just took what Zanzibar said. Shit. D said they didn't see nothing. They didn't send nothing back with her. Not a damn thing, girl. Cecilia said people don't believe that the devil exists. That's your mistake. Absolutely, Cecilia. And sometimes we recognize it when it's too late. A lot of us in this world today, thank you, Jesus, for discernment. Walk with the devil. Talk with the devil. Sit at the dinner table with the devil. Sleep with the devil. When you ain't prayed up and you ain't covered in God's goodness and his grace, it's hard to see it. It's hard to see it. Simone said it was never an independent autopsy. It couldn't have been. The timing ain't right. Simone, those are my exact thoughts on that. I mean, I may be wrong. Lord knows I may be wrong. But Simone, the timing is making me believe there's no way that's humanly possible. And I'm trying to give them grace. But 1 + 1 ain't coming up to 2 with them. My girl D says I'm talking about paperwork. Tell family what happened to her at that part. But D, they didn't send no paperwork. The family ain't pushed for no paperwork. Because my thing is, Even if they got an autopsy done. I mean, I knew they had to get an autopsy. Even if they got an autopsy done, what would that autopsy that they got in the States done, what could it tell them? Her cause of death? It would tell them if there were some bruises and marks on her. Because as long as Tanzania held her body, look at my girl. Thank you for supporting the channel, my love. Auntie Mocha, your place feels like home. I've been playing in these YouTube streets, but I never left. I grew up here. I see you, my love. And you're always home. I told you we were in the backyard today. The paperwork. You got an independent autopsy done here. So you say. But can they corroborate or argue what Tanzabar says? Because, well, how could they do it? Because they ain't gave y'all shit. Hey, my girl Tony. Welcome, my love. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday to you, baby. Simone says, I believe they took her organs. And it's just a vessel. And Simone, you're not the only person that believes that. You're not the only person that believes that. Look at how long that young lady's body stayed in Tanzania. Why keep her shit that long? Why? Whew, child. This is a lot. This is a lot. Erica says, I do agree. It was definitely a sacrifice. Definitely a sacrifice. Ariane says, oh, Ariane is questioning that GoFundMe. Why is it still up? What is it for? This is so heartbreaking, Lord. Cecilia says, people who know God know that demon is here to suck your soul if you let him. And the demon comes wooing the shit out of you. The demon comes letting you have your way until he can't take it no more. You're being too nice. You're being too godly. You're being too calm. You're being too normal. Demon ain't letting you have that kind of time all to your goddamn self being happy, especially when it being on demon time. And the blue-eyed devil showed exactly who he is. Welcome, Sherry Gifford. Welcome. This is truly heartbreaking, my love. Truly heartbreaking. We are definitely living in end times. You just have to be mindful. She didn't have to lose her life this way, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We all deserve to live. We all deserve to be here until God decides it's our time. Ain't no man, woman, boy, or girl has no right nor no business determining when it's our time to go. These people sitting up there doing these interviews in all these ritual ass clothing. Then you got blockheads sitting there with the maroon shirt on. Man, if that wasn't a story being told in that picture, I don't know what else to say. But my argument is, maybe just because I can't see what they're doing in the background, maybe that's why I'm angry. Maybe that's why I'm mad. All I feel is they're not doing enough. That's what I feel. They're not doing enough. That baby deserves so much more. So much more. And I will never apologize for the vibes that I get from her parents. I'm not going to apologize for that. Something is wrong. Something is strange. Ultimately, Garges says that mom's sitting up there with that color purple wig on and say Ashlee personal things are not important. But the ring was. She asked for it. She asked for it. See, that's the thing I don't get with that mama. She comes out here and say something 1 minute, and then she turns around in the very next moment and retracts what she says and says something totally different. I don't get that. Because now her personal lady, are you crazy? How is it that her personal belongings aren't important to you? All of Ashlee's belongings holds a story. All of Ashlee's belongings can tell you everything that you didn't know about your child. I guess I wouldn't be worried about her belongings either. Because I don't want the world to prove that she didn't really call me. I don't want them to find out that she didn't really call me. Because me saying that she told me was pretty much me saying Joe told me to tell that to y'all. Something is really strange. Something is fucking strange. Hey, True Blessing. True Blessing says, I wonder are the parents holding out for the GoFundMe to hit 100K before they cash it out? We never know. We will never know. We will never know. Another question I have. Listen, because Ashlee supposedly has income. Now we saw the blue-eyed devil with that fake ass proposal, with that engagement ring or whatever, right? Let's throw this out there. Ain't factual. This is just me speaking, right? Asking questions out loud. He proposed to her in the middle of nowhere. All out of the blue. Is it possible? I'm just asking. Is it possible that there was a secret wedding there as well? Because why would he present himself on all the documents there in Tanzabar as her husband? And why? Because that shit ain't legal to give somebody else information about somebody that's not legally tied to them. We know they're crooked over there. But they're giving him everything. They done gave him all her belongings. They're letting him sign off on medical paperwork. It makes you wonder, was there a mock wedding right before being unalived? And that will give him total control of every goddamn thing she got. That's just me. I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong. That's a question I have. And maybe that's why, listen, y'all, we got to connect these dots. Maybe that's why. All right, these chickens coming to roost now. Maybe that's why there wasn't no urgency to get to Tanzania. Well, I don't need to go. Her husband is there. I don't need to go to Tanzania. Her husband is there. So, do y'all think they knew? Oh, child. Oops, shut your mouth, MOCA, and keep on talking. Do y'all think that wings of creation, welcome, my love? Do y'all think they knew something happened behind the scenes? Because there's no goddamn way. He's going to be engaged with her this moment. Not even 48 hours after the engagement, she gone. And you all over the island signing off on shit, accepting shit. That's your wife? This shit ain't adding up to me. Sherry Gifford said something is strange about those parents. Absolutely. True Blessing says Joe looked like a skinhead. I don't understand how Ashlee underestimated him. And that's my biggest thing right there. Not only did she underestimate him, but what was it about Joe that made that mama not intervene? What was it about Joe that made that daddy not intervene? All this shit is stink. I don't give a damn what nobody says. This shit is stink. And I do believe them parents knew exactly what was going on. I don't give a damn. Sherry Gifford said, seems like the mom had it. And that's what people see. Seems like the mom already knew what was going to happen to her. No emotions, no nothing. And that's Sherry. That's the hurtful part. That's the hurtful part. But we're not supposed to react to that. We're supposed to close our eyes and pretend we didn't see that. Red flags everywhere. True Blessing says that threw me off when our parents were worried about where the ring was. A ring of all things. Of all things. D said, I said that too. Did mom and dad know? Something is telling me they knew something. What they know, I don't know. But my gut is telling me these people know something. Because why would you not go to Tanzania? Because we can't even blame it on the passport. We can't blame it on that. Because in a situation like that, Red Cross, the U.S. Embassy, somebody would have got your ass an expedited passport, an expedited visa to get your ass across the waters. Your shit would have got expedited. There would have been no wait if you was serious. And then you was really wanting to stand on business. You can't come out here faking no funk. Because when you know, you know. And Rihanna said, that's what I said. What really happened over there? And then he offed her. Something happened. Too fast, too quick. Yolanda said, is it me? Is it me? Or has our father gone eerily quiet, silent? I know he's mourning, so I don't want to judge, but he's got to strike while the iron's hot. Mourning later. Don't mean to be mean, but Yolanda, the truth is the truth. Yolanda, even when our loved ones pass, just generally pass, we're angry, we're mad. Yolanda, being black folks, Yolanda, we even be cussing out the doctors, saying the doctor did some shit. We ready to tear the hospital up. The doctor done fucked up. Yolanda, if it happened in the home with the spouse, we ready to tear the house down, the spouse did it. Yolanda, this is the normal reaction of black folks. And like you said, mourn later. But somebody's getting accused. Yolanda, nobody got accused. I was finished with that mama when they asked her, do you think Joe McCann had anything to do with the demise of your daughter? She couldn't give them an answer. She just couldn't. My girl Denise, hey boo, happy Sunday to you, my love. Denise says, MOCA, keep speaking on that mom. Because that's the weirdest thing, that neither one of them went over there if they really love their daughter. To me, MOCA, to me, Ms. MOCA on the porch, the mom, hashtag, dad proved to be very loving. Denise, my girl, this is heartbreaking. That's weird. Ain't no decent mama gonna move like that. Wings of Creation said, I wonder why her parents didn't or don't know where Joe lives. But they said they met him. Wings of Creation. I honestly believe that's one of the secrets that they're holding on to. I believe they're holding on to that. And maybe they don't want to say where Joe lives. Why? Because Joe and Ashlee, and I may be wrong, but that's the word on the YouTube street, Joe and Ashlee resided together. Maybe that's why she didn't want to elaborate on where he truly lives, because they reside together. Erica says, I do believe they all played a part in her demise. Absolutely. Look at Alex. Alex said the parents definitely knew what was going on. Alex, I agree. Ariane said, MOCA, that was his words. She was his wife now, after he offed her. Absolutely. Absolutely. Wings of Creation said, and why? They ain't saying nothing else, MOCA. I know they're preparing to lay her to rest. But I mean, creators have been saying her name daily, every second of the day. And that's the thing. Listen, it's like they want it all to stay contained. They wanted to remain quiet for some reason. And I get an eerie feeling about that. They want this to stay quiet. Because if it wasn't for the content creators, You don't hear no noise from the parents, and you don't hear no noise from the news. Now, y'all figure that out. Isn't that strange? Get my girl Roz. Hey, baby, happy Sunday. I hope all is well, beautiful. They wanted to stay quiet. You would think they would at least get on someone's platform and say thank you. Look, even with the GoFundMe, right? Don't you think they could have went in that GoFundMe comments and just typed a big thank you? I mean, even if they don't want to get on nobody's platform no more, even if they don't want to do no more interviews, God damn it, you got the friend speaking out. You got cousins on Instagram speaking out. Somebody say thank you somewhere. My girl PJ says, MOCA, I didn't believe Tanzania would ever issue a death certificate to her parents because it will give the time of death. I also don't believe that the U.S. is at liberty to issue one either. Hello. Hello. And PJ, that time of death, ain't the time of death that was told to us. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. This is sad. And unfortunately, I believe the parents know. I believe they know. Yolanda says they didn't go to Tanzania, but they're still collecting money. Did they say that's what the money would be used for? Yet they didn't go, yet y'all still collecting? Why? Why? And the word that they're using now, the word they're using now is that the money's being used for private investigations. That's bullshit to me. Bullshit. That's playing on the heartstrings of people. People who have a heart when y'all really don't. Absolutely, Roz. They could have at least said thank you. Denise says, MOCA, it could have been a simple wedding. And he could have rugged her to go through with it. I wish Ashley's eyes was open instead of closed to him. Then she would have been able to save herself. She was blinded by love. She was blinded by the lies he fed her. She was blinded by the fact that she was being coached by a mother who couldn't be a mother. See, I got a blue-eyed devil too. Life for me is good. Stick with that man, girl, and you won't have no worries. And now look, everybody got worries. Ariane said, MOCA, what if that snowman was trying to get her to move there to live? I don't put nothing past him at this point. Everything that Joe McCann has ever said, done, the way he moved, all are lies. All are lies. Everything that comes from Zurich, Zanzibar, nothing but lies. Now the parents, they done got thrown in that sack with Joe and Zurich, Zanzibar. That young lady, the blue-eyed devil did the most. We can all agree to that. But at 30 years old, 31 years old, this young lady was failed a long time ago. She couldn't see the forest for the trees. So this young lady blindly maneuvered her way through life. Blindly maneuvered her way through life. No guidance, no direction. And that's the hurtful part. And it could have been possible that he could have wanted her to move there. That got to be where all the shady business dealings were that his ex-wife mentioned that she couldn't stomach. Wings of Creation said, I researched and went down a deep rabbit hole. The U.S. Embassy will not get involved at all. They are of no help. So why they keep saying they are in touch with the embassy, that's not saying anything. Wings of Creation, you have to understand. They're keeping a trail of lies moving. They're keeping that trail of lies moving. They want to make the people believe that they're standing on 10 and they're not. Because when they so claim the daddy went to D.C. to speak with these people to make A, B, C, and D happen. And when he didn't get no results there, we should have known that was the end of the U.S. Embassy. But yet they're still leaning toward that. That's straight bullshit. Because honestly, if the U.S. Embassy was involved at any point, there is no way that funeral would have been as soon as it is. Because that would have truly been an independent autopsy. My girl Roz says, in my opinion, I feel the parents are in on it. And that's what I love about us, because we all could speak about it. And I'm not going to water down nobody. I'm not going to shut nobody up who has an opinion. We're non-blind. We're all adults. And we see what we see. A mother feels what a mother feels when it comes to their children. These people here have displayed no feelings, no emotions. I don't know what the fuck they do behind closed doors. But if my feelings if my feelings are that I'm torn up and I'm all over the place behind closed doors, you could best believe those are the same feelings that I display in public. You can't turn grief off and on when it's convenient for you. Who the fuck does that? Who wrote your script? Oh, yeah. Erica Ray said it's heartbreaking because when my son was passing and he died, you wouldn't have that. I worked at that police station and at that courthouse. I didn't stop fighting until someone was charged. Yes, you did, Erica. Yes, you did, baby. And we applaud you for that. We applaud you for that. One thing I can say right now, Erica, baby, Big Creole is smiling down on his mama because she did that. Single-handedly did that. That's what a mother does. That's what a mother does. Roz, that's what it appears. That GoFundMe, they are definitely pandering to the public. Denise says, MOCA, I get some type of feeling that someone put Ashlee on the platter. And that is why they're not saying anything. Those parents are truly involved, especially, in my opinion, the mom. Ain't that a bitch? Sherry said she was blindsided by everyone she thought loved her. She was failed. Absolutely. Absolutely, Sherry. I couldn't agree with you more. She was failed. Rod says he might have tried to do that since that was his playground. Absolutely. She was at a disadvantage over there. She didn't know nobody. She didn't speak Swahili. She didn't know the language. She didn't know the area that she was in. This young lady couldn't maneuver. She couldn't move around like she wanted to. And Joe bought lie after lie after lie and stacked all those lies one on top of the other to try to make the world believe he had nothing to do with it. Then these poor ass, broke ass people that work at this goddamn resort, they went up. Yeah, boss. What you say, boss? Yeah, boss. You need me lie, boss? I lie, boss. Now they black asses caught up in Joe bullshit for lying. Tony says, I'm telling y'all, that mama is too damn quiet for me. Is the husband telling her to be quiet? Because any real man would be asking for answers to know what happened to her child. He don't give a damn. He don't give a damn, Tony. You hear me? Tony, it wouldn't baffle me. It wouldn't surprise me. Again, like I said, Ashlee was making waves. Ashlee was making moves, making name for herself. Ashlee was connecting with celebrities, big people doing big things. Tony, that blockhead snowman, as y'all call it, I think he saw that. He saw the success. He saw the strides Ashlee was making. He saw the direction she was going in. She was taking off. That young girl suffered growing up. Not my story, hers. She said she was criticized and ridiculed because of her weight, her size, her looks. She worked to get herself where she is. And when she made it, she made it. Blue-eyed devil, business failing. Had done lost all this good old money in Bitcoin. Who knows? Because we don't know yet. Who knows if the blockhead snowman wasn't a business partner of the blue-eyed devil? And who knows if that's not how, look at my girl Sakina, hey baby, happy Sunday to you. Who knows if that's not how Ashlee truly got involved with the blue-eyed devil? And maybe that's why she's twirling her hands and not knowing what to do with her thumbs when she sit up there with them interviews, and when she say shit, get ready to say shit she ain't got no business, he give her the elbow. Who knows? Who knows? And I'm going to always ask that. Who knows? Huh. Wings of Creation says in MOCA, our black men have really upset me with this young lady's unaliving. They have let the world see how quick and little it takes to hurt their egos. The words they have spoken over this young lady, Wings of Creation, is unbelievable. Thank you for always sharing, Sakina. Thank you, boo. Wings of Creation. That bothered me. They ridiculed her. Every word she spoke about her relations with the black man, they made it out to be the most. But they didn't look at her age. They didn't look to see, well, she's only 30, 31. She said that shit when she was like 28. That was learned behavior. She got that shit from somewhere. And now we know where she got it from. And she may have been hurt by black men. And the reason she may have gotten hurt is because she wasn't taught the fundamentals of life. She was out there winging it on her own. She wasn't taught nothing. Then they hooked her up with the blue-eyed devil. As if she just had to accept it. This shit is crazy. Sherry said he ain't even post her on his page. Not even the engagement. And that was supposed to be a happy moment. She tagged him into the pictures. But the minute this shit became global and everybody started getting in on the story, he went and he took every picture of her that she had tagged him in. He took them all down off of his social media and he replaced them with the ex-wife. Rod says we knew from the beginning that Tanzania is not in alliance with the U.S. That's why Joy's over there, to do what he does. Absolutely, because he could get away with it. Prompts and scripts when the mama talk. Absolutely. Abso-goddamn-lutely. And I always ask that question, ma'am, who told you to say that, ma'am? Who told you to say that? It's like a puppet. They pull a string. It's your time to speak. But watch what you say. And then when you start saying some shit you ain't got no business, then here he hitting you with the elbow. Stop that shit. Katrina said, hell, that mama probably getting bopped upside the head because he's definitely in charge. Abso-goddamn-lutely. You could see it. You could see it. Timid and scared. Wings of Creation said, I wouldn't even be upset if they just be honest, because they're going to be talked about either way. However, just be honest and move on and mourn your child. But honesty is everything. Stand on it. And you know, Wings of Creation, that's the most truest thing that could have ever been said. Being honest, being transparent will get them more respect than what they're getting right now. It really would. It really would. And they rather lay down in this bullshit that's going on right now than not being straightforward and coming forth with the truth of what they know. Because in my opinion, they know so much more, especially that mama. Denise says that mama still rubbed me the wrong way. Feel like this was all a true setup by someone or someone's that was in need of money. MOCA, let me tell you this. When my son was missing, I stopped Everything. Girl, I'm going to have to find the rest of your comment. I'll catch it up. Let me find it. I stopped everything. I'll have to catch it because you got another one somewhere. It's a part 2 somewhere. Wings of Creation says, I'm a single mother without choice due to my husband being unalived in Ohio by the police department. That said, I don't know why they're going through. However, I will be moving earth and every mountain to get there. First of all, send you my condolences. Because that's a hard pill to swallow, losing a loved one. And I applaud you for being that stand-up single parent, doing what you have to do as a parent. And you're absolutely right. When it comes to yours, I don't give a damn. Hell ain't hot enough for me to not walk through that bitch to find the answers for mine. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. This is a lot. Ariane said that mama don't want to be homeless. Y'all better leave her alone. She just trying to live and not be. Oh, Lord. Ariane, you're crazy. Sunshine called it blockhead. Yolanda said his ex-wife was too connected for him to do anything to her except let her go when she wanted out. And she got stocks, shares, everything. Her family would have fired him. Ashlee had no support. And look at how successful that ex-wife is. Even with his goddamn shares. And young Ashlee got caught up. You know, when we talk these things out, it makes sense. Something happened to the blue-eyed devil at some point in his life. Because the blue-eyed devil only targets black women. Why is everything about him so private and hidden? But everything that's public is him being involved in relationships with young black women. And he has a hatred for black women, in my opinion, because he treats them bad. And then taking his ass to Tanzania. Let me go to Africa, one of the poor countries, where they really allow me to treat them like shit and get excited for 19 American dollars. I throw $19 away every day. But those are the people eating mud pies and stirring up beans and walking with no goddamn shoes on and the hair ain't combed. Those are the ones that worship the blue-eyed devil. Will sell your ass will sell your soul to the devil for the blue-eyed devil. Stop this shit. Ron said, yeah, could make money, but he couldn't keep it. But Ashlee was the goose with the golden eggs. Absolutely. And something tells me, and I could be wrong, something tells me he secretly married her, which is why he could have walked through that village and called himself husband and took possession of everything she bought there. Because I don't understand how their parents were not fighting tooth and nail to get there. Not only to get her belongings, which probably was full of evidence, but to even escort her back. I don't get it. Wings of Creation said, my daughter went through almost not being here due to a blue-eyed devil in Ohio, January of 23. Had he not took himself, I would have made sure that I saw him. Not my child. You see what I'm saying? Thank God for parents like you. Cynthia Harmon, hey, baby. Welcome. Happy Sunday. You may have to catch that replay, old girl, because we getting ready to get our phone out of here. Tony, they still giving the damn money, girl. Ashlee thought her family cared about her. And she didn't consider that Snowman and Mama and Papa could be in cahoots against her, in my opinion. And that's how a lot of people is feeling. My girl niece says, I believe she was hurt by her father first, by way of separation from the mother. Something went wrong. Something went wrong. Denise says, I believe Joe was running a trafficking ring over there. And that's why he's over there. Because there's no control on the blue eyes. What he couldn't do here, he went where there's no problem. I believe that. But the thing is, Ashlee's father, I don't know what that relationship with the two of them were. But from what I've noticed, she posted pictures a lot with her daddy. Never saw many pictures with that mama. Hey, Linda, welcome, baby. Happy Sunday. Mariah, happy Sunday, baby. Sherry said, I just hope she gets justice. This was not right. Money is definitely the root of all evil, and some people will do anything to get it. Sherry, is the love of money, baby. It's the love of money that's taking people out of here one by one. Sherry said, my mom always told me, if you steal, you'll kill. Sherry, I grew up that way too. If you lie, you steal. And if you steal, you'll kill. I've always held near and dear to that because the saying is true. Ariane said, Mocha, my question is, where's all the snowman friends at? Nobody's speaking up for him. Look, nobody. No damn body. Linda, thank you for always supporting the channel, boo. Appreciate you. Hey, Carly Henry. Happy Sunday, my love. Look at my girl, terrific. Hey, boo. Happy Sunday. Rod says, but the black woman has always been on top of the game and has been. We're not depicted as such. We always worked and had a stash or mattress fund somehow, abso-damn-lutely, in a coffee can, under the mattress, sewn in a pillow. We knew. Look at Marty. Marty, you done woke up, girl. Something happened. Katrina said that's why I think he wanted the friend instead of Ashlee, because he wanted a low profile to off a black woman. Folks, I said that as well. I think he married her and got into her account. Katrina, I believe. I could be wrong, Katrina, but I believe. Because why would he propose to her that fast? Why would he propose to her that fast? Yolanda said if he did marry her, she found out he already had a wife in Tanzania, maybe two. Hey, he was in a place where he could have had as many as he wanted to. That shit was legal over there. Ariane said, "Mocha, everything about him is under a rock. And it's crazy. Everything. Every goddamn thing." And again, like I said, call me crazy, but he could not be confident nor comfortable walking through Tanzania calling that woman his wife when all the world saw was him proposing to her. I believe a marriage took place. I could be wrong, but something happened. Ain't no damn way they got business giving him access to all her shit like that. Wings of Creation said once her mom married that white man and she saw something she thought she wanted, but in a different age era. And Joe had all the funds to support the lifestyle. She said years earlier, that she wanted mixed babies. And that was what she saw her mom with. She wanted to be like her mom, absolutely. That part, because she did say she was ready to have Joe babies. She said that. And I believe every move she made was walking in her mama footsteps. Maybe that's why Mama Dearest can't say nothing. This is so heartbreaking. Niece says, "I'm wondering, have the celebrities she rubbed elbows with donated? Seem like the fun will be over top by now. Maybe they know what we don't know, boo. Maybe they know something we don't know." Ariane, that's a good question. Is anything real about him? Can't find nothing. Nothing. His people. Wings of Creation, that poor baby did not see it coming. She smiled in every picture and he smiled in none. Do you see how he looked at her? Like he could have ate her straight through the flesh. He didn't give a damn. Nor talk. That's exactly why he said he was her husband. Some illegal shit took place behind the scenes. Well, I can't say illegal. I better say secret shit that we don't know about. But I could almost assure you that it took place. He married her. Married today and divorced tomorrow. And everything there is to know about her, the world will never know. Because it's going to sit right there in Tanzania where he wanted to stay. We could best believe that. It's going to stay in Tanzania. And that's the way he wanted it. That's the way he wanted it. And the conversation that we have in the night is not all about what we're not hearing. It's not about just what's being out here being said. It's about what we're not hearing. And that silence is the one that's deadly. It's deadly in a loud way. And we're going to keep asking ourselves over and over and over again, what is it that we're missing? What is it that hasn't quite been explained yet? That's what leads us to be out here connecting dots. Because ain't shit about this feels complete. Denise says, "Mocha, you're absolutely right. I peeped the same thing about many pictures with the father, but only one with that mom. Maybe mom had some dislike toward her own daughter. Hmm. The one picture that stands out with me with that mom, Ashlee, the blue-eyed devil, the blockhead, green-eyed devil, and that mom was at a sporting event. I think it was at a New York Jets game or something. All four of them out there together. All four of them are out there together. And all we need right now is God's divine intervention. Because if anybody can make a crooked road straight, you best believe God can. And he will. No dirty deeds in this life goes unpunished. Ashlee Janae did not deserve the hand she was dealt. Rather it be the boyfriend, fiance, husband, because he wear all three of them titles right now. Whether it be the boyfriend, the fiance, husband, the mama, the daddy, I wouldn't give a damn who it is. Everybody who had a hand in this child's untimely death, her misery, because who knows what she was battling internally, trying to survive and covering it up with the mask. We none know any of that. We've all been a victim of our circumstances. Too ashamed to say, while hurting inside and still trying to make it happen. Who knows what this young lady has been battling? But the Lord knows. And when you see guilt, you recognize it instantly. Maybe they can't mourn, cry, be emotional. Guilt has a way of setting in. My heart hurts for this young lady. Because this was not normal. 31 years old. Barely got a chance to smell the beginning of her success. And her life ends abruptly like that. In a place with a bunch of people. In a place with a bunch of people that she don't know. She can't speak their language. They don't understand her. He got to translate. He's in control of everything. So she was over there helpless. Denise said, I believe that's the one reason could be why it took a very long time to get her body back. Because her blue eyes wouldn't allow it. I believe that. That's what I said. He's in total control. He's the husband. And he had the final say so. I believe that. Rod says the jealousy between mama and daughter can be real. Absolutely. Absolutely. Terrific girl. What goes around comes back around. And you know the sad part, you can't even be prepared for when it come back. You can't be prepared for when it comes back, because it's going to hit you worse than when you thought you dished it. That's why you have to be mindful and very careful how you treat people in this world. Nee says Joe is the leader in the pack of hyenas that surrounded this young lady. In my opinion, absolutely, absolutely. He called all the shots. Oh, most definitely, Essie. God sits high and he looks low. Denise said, MOCA, the Philly game. I believe mom knew Joe, but her dad didn't, because he's talking a little more than mom. This hurts because she was one beautiful black lady. That mom should be ashamed. She should be. And Denise, I agree. I believe the mom had more of a connection, more conversations, more interaction with Joe than the father. The mom didn't want the daddy to come out here to say when Ashlee's body was returned. The dad was speaking what he knew based on what the mama told him. And she didn't tell him everything. Only thing the dad could have spoken on was the hotel calling. And he got that from the mother because the hotel called her. So he's not privy to nothing. Look at J. Rose. Welcome, my love. Happy Sunday. That mama knew him. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. This is a lot. This is a lot. And that young lady did not deserve it. No young woman deserves a life as this. And we wonder why. We wonder why young white children seeks to separate from their parents when they get a certain age. People don't want to be treated in any kind of way in this life. They don't want to be misdirected, misguided. They don't want to be forced into doing shit that they're not comfortable doing, living a life that's not theirs. How the hell you sit up here and seeing that your daughter is excelling and moving on to higher things? You trying to, you ain't gotten in no kind of way. You just misdirected the fuck out of her, ma'am. Sunshine said, MOCA, I have one daughter. And since when I say I will hurt somebody, I will. And I will never be jealous of her. I will lose it all behind my children, as you should. As you should. Roz said she knew him because mama should have been up his ass from day one. She was already familiar with Snowman. Girl. And that's the part that she can't deny. How the fuck you gonna come out here and say you don't know him, but yet we done seen you in places with him? Sunshine said, I don't know how that big lady looking at his mama just sit there so calm and don't have a care in the world about what happened to her child. Listen, it's something deeper than that on the back end. And I think it's money. I have to be honest. I could be wrong. And I don't mind fixing my shit when I'm wrong. But where I stand right now, I believe money talks and bullshit walks. So when the money start talking, all the bullshit went aside. We ain't saying nothing. We ain't saying nothing. It's money. Ariane said, MOCA, do you get a chance to hear Jarvis Butt's phone calls, baby? I didn't get a chance to hear him. But I know they're out there. We're going to discuss that. We definitely will. Denise said Ashlee didn't deserve for her life to be cut. My inner self is telling me it's more to this than the eyes are telling us. But that mom is telling us a lot. in her quietness. All we want is justice for Ashlee, guys. We're going to get up out of here. We're going to roll this clock 2 hours, 15 minutes. Y'all know MOCA. For those of you who forgot to hit the like button, hit the like button for your girl. Double tap those emojis on your way out the door. And not only that, y'all, keep y'all notifications set, because YouTube been tripping. They're not sending out notifications as they should. So just make sure you have your notifications set, and when you have your notifications set, set it to all. So that way you will get your notifications. But nonetheless, if y'all think we had a conversation tonight, stay tuned for what's to come. Because the conversation is just going to get more and more personal, more front, more in depth. Because this could have been your child, my child, anybody's child. And we want somebody speaking for ours. Shirley Stewart, happy Sunday, my love. We want somebody to stand in the gap to speak for ours, but we got sense enough to be straightforward, to be truthful, and to be honest. And for those of you who are new here and don't know how we got here, go in, watch the previous live streams. Make sure y'all leave comments in the comment section, because I read them. Hype up the live for your girl, because that matters. That support there means everything. We're going to get up out of here. I love each and all of you. Shirley Stewart, thank you for supporting the channel, my love. I love each and every one of you. I appreciate you always pulling up to the porch when your girl goes live. Let's flood this chat. Justice for Ashlee. Broken hearts for the situation. And may our girl rest in peace. We're going to be back. God bless each and every one of you. And good night.
We stand tall, we rise as one. No lapels, the work ain't done. No. Motivated from the heart, never run. Truth and caring, everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This is full of truth and a chat full of cheer. MOCA in the seat, steady steering the ship. Every topic got depth, every comment got grip. We don't tear folks down, we just build them up. If you're moving off love, then you one of us. Know the pride in the room and the vibe so loud. Every bell in the check gon' rep that crowd. We stand tall. Ain't no faking the funk, ain't no playing for clout. You bring that mess, we gon' sort that out. But this ain't about drama, it's about love, it's about healing, it's about trust. Every child, every voice, every name in the breeze. We gon' stand for the ones no one else gon' see. So we rise tall, we rise as one. Oh no, no bellows, the work ain't done. Won't you lead it from the heart, never run. Truth and care and everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This is family. This is family. And we stand tall. One mic, one tribe, one mission in mind. We protect what's right and we hold that line. It's the chat where the truth and the love collide, where the voices don't hide and the pain gets light. We see you, we feel you, we fight for the cause. Every kid, every tear, we break down walls. When you hear that bell, that's the call to act. We family now, and that's just facts. We stand tall, we rise as one. We rise as one. No the bells, the work ain't done. Won't you lead it from the heart, never run. Truth and care are everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This one's for every voice we fight for and every child who needs to be heard. We see you, we feel you. We stand with the truth. This is the Nola Bells. Leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. Stand tall with join the family.
Good night, everyone. God bless. And I hope you all have a marvelous Monday until we meet on the porch on tomorrow evening. Love you all.